Hey guys, I just wanted to check in with you and kind of just reach out to you all. I've been out of commission here. My voice, I literally have had no voice for it's been very difficult to talk, and at one point I just lost the voice altogether for the last 2 days. So haven't been able to put out as many videos, but wanted to at least get one out there to you guys and just send out a little love because I know a lot's going on in the world, and now's not the time you want to be sick for it. But hey, Freya, what's happening? Good to see you. Just wanted to kind of give you an update on what's happening in the world a little bit because, man, oh man, it's happening. Russia says we are on the brink of immediate armed conflict with the U.S. Russian base destroyed by HIMARS, 7 dead, 40 injured. And Russia's pretty confident they're going to take us out. And you know what? I think they probably are. So there's a lot of reason for them to feel confident, considering we're led by a bunch of bozos right now who aren't willing to make peace. You know, Russia just wanted to have a peace talk. Hey, God of Israel, Donnie, what's going on, guys? Good to see you. Or I should say, one representing the God of Israel. The God of Israel is with us, though. So let me just show you a little bit more about what's happening here. So this one caught me. Putin says the West has lost the war. Radical collapse of the American world order. And I think they're right. You know, they're owning the camp, man. But that's by design. You know, the psychotic cabal has planned this collapse of America and planned the collapse of the West so that they can bring in their new world, monstrosity that they want to bring in to destroy us all. And so yeah, I mean he's right in that sense, and they're trying to get the wounded gazelle while it's down, because he's got the control, man. He's got the oil. I mean, we're sending our oil over to China. Our emergency oil is going to China and other places instead of helping us here in America. So he delivered this speech today, and maybe we can see a little bit of this. Just read you a little bit of this. Here's what I would like to emphasize. The West should have realized that they've lost. From the very beginning of our special military operation in Ukraine, because its commencement also meant the start of a fundamental breakdown of the American world order. Well, that had already started to break down. This is the beginning of the transition from liberal globalist American egocentrism to a truly multipolar world. Yeah. A world not based on selfish rules invented for no other reason than the pursuit of hegemony. Well, that remains to be seen. Nor on hypocritical double standards, but on the basis of international law and the genuine sovereignty of peoples and civilizations. Now, okay, listen to that. International law. See, he's one world order too. It's good cop, bad cop. You know, they're all playing the game here because they all know it's being shaken up, and that there's going to be a new world order come out of this. Hey, bless it all. Amanda, what's happening? Good to see you guys. I'm going to be with you again tomorrow night. I just haven't had a voice the last couple of days, but I tried to muster up a little bit right now just so I could kind of hang out with you guys a little bit and touch base. But, yeah, I mean, he's talking about international law, you know, so he's New World Order too. I mean, in his own way. The way they're looking at it, China and him, they're like, everybody's kind of shuffling for position. They're shucking and jiving here and trying to figure out who's going to, who's going to be the last man standing, and who's, when all the cards fall, what kind of New World Order are we going to have? Because America has been destroyed from within, just like Rome was destroyed from within through decadence and sin and people turning away from God. I mean, that's really what it is. It's not because of the wicked. The wicked have always been there, but it's because the righteous people refuse to do anything. They continue to go on like nothing's happening. Most churches and places are just kind of going on business as usual, and they're not really paying attention to what's happening in the world, and so the world is quickly going to hell in a handbasket, and taking us with it. So yeah, definitely not so great. So let's finish this out. On their will to live their historical destiny with their values and traditions and build cooperation on the basis of democracy, justice, and equality. Yeah, right. and it must be understood this process is already impossible to stop. Well, it's not impossible to stop. I mean, you guys want it to happen. I mean, he's winning. He's winning the war because he's got the leverage of the oil, And what's going to happen next is, they're going to try to do something there with Israel, trying to make up the difference. But, Russia's going to move in. Ezekiel 38 and 39, they're going to move in and they're going to take out Israel at the same time. So yeah, guys, it's definitely going down. It's definitely happening. Let me just go back and look at a couple more news things. I know that we've got some things happening in the stars as well coming up. There's a conjunction of the moon and Saturn. Saturn often represents Satan, so that's kind of interesting, happening on the 15th, right smack in the middle of the month. So that's something to consider as well. And then on the 17th, we've got the moon and Jupiter are conjoining, and Jupiter is often seen as Christ, I believe. So kind of an interesting, or that's on the 18th. So that's kind of an interesting parallel there. Kind of like the beast being revealed and then us being taken out of the way. So it'll be interesting to see the timing of things, how it all ends up going down. Let me just maybe share a couple more. I think there were a couple other interesting ones here. Let's see what else is on here. But there's a whole shakeup going up worldwide. I mean, they're getting rid of all the leadership around the world so they can bring in the New World Order so that the beast can come in and do his thing that he wants to do to all of us. Fire in the Baltic, state of emergency. Let's see what else is here. Dark clouds. So Russia absorbs Ukraine with amendment of the Constitution. So it sounds like they're already basically saying, we've won, we own Ukraine, Ukraine is now part of Russia, and they've already amended their Constitution to represent that. So it sounds. I haven't dug into this article deeper, but it sounds like that's what's happened. Let me just read this real quick because that's kind of intriguing to think that they've already added Ukraine into their Constitution as a new state or a new part of their conquering region. As it says, he goes out to conquer, right, in the beginning of Revelation. Everybody assumes, that's the quote-unquote Antichrist, but it could just be the force that's going out and conquering, the dark force, the beast force, not necessarily the same man who's going to sit in the temple. Could be even a different guy. It could be this guy. Could be the Prince of Rosh going out, getting things rolling, because he did get it rolling there on the same day, February 24th, which was February 13th on the Julian calendar, which when you add it up is also 68, just like the first two world wars and the third world war. So it could just be that he's the kickoff along with Ezekiel, and then he kind of gets taken out at Ezekiel time frame, and then you've got the other Antichrist coming in to the temple, so to speak. But let's just read a little bit of this. It says, since yesterday, Putin's decision to request an emergency convocation of the State Duma has caused intense concern. It has been revealed that the Speaker of the State Duma has urgently called back Russian lawyers for an emergency meeting, asking them to cancel summer holidays. This has sparked alarm that the Russian parliament may be preparing to escalate the war in Ukraine. What has been heard strongly in the last few hours is the possibility of a constitutional amendment, which is why both legislative chambers have been convened. In 3 days, we will know if Ukraine is further divided. According to Russian media, even Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov did not answer the question on whether the head of state knows about the upcoming meeting. The agenda has card under wraps. Everything will be fine, but not for everyone. Okay, interesting. Why are they urgently gathering Duma deputies? Russian media reports that the State Duma will convene for an extraordinary plenary session on July 15th. There's that July 15th again, and we know that Biden's going out there for the 13th to Israel to try to divide up Israel at the same time. So we've got a 3-day window happening, and that starts tomorrow. Well, it's actually starting today because it is the 13th now in Israel. So why was it necessary to gather the MPs? It says, on behalf of the chairman of the State of Duma, July 11th on Monday, the Council of Duma will meet and decide the convening of an extraordinary meeting of the chamber of July 15th. It was always the result of events or decisions made by the leadership. What has become known? In an extraordinary meeting, it is planned to examine the initiatives of the government and the parliamentarians. First of all, we're talking about measures to support the economy, as well as social protection. etc., etc. Personal decisions, the imposition of martial law has nothing to do with the situation. Constitutional amendment. The meeting of the two bodies is probably necessary to amend the Constitution because the rest of the decisions can probably be taken in other simpler ways by decree, for example. The issue we are going to annex the Donetsk and the Lugansk People's Republics and possibly other liberated territories. So they're going to take those parts of Ukraine and consider them part of Russia officially. For this, so they will no longer consider them that they're liberating them, but more that they are part of their territory that now they are defending against Ukraine. A declaration of war instead of a special military operation. Maybe the president wants to introduce some kind of constitutional law. But where else? In Ukraine, only 100,000 soldiers are fighting against the Ukrainian army of 600,000. So, very intriguing indeed, guys. A lot of interesting things happening in the world. But Russia's pretty confident it's going to take the U.S. out. And to be honest, I mean, they have hypersonic weapons that we don't have. So it's very likely that they probably could be successful in doing that through nuclear means. So be praying, be getting close to God, be drawing near to the Lord. Hey, Colson, what's happening? And be encouraged, guys. The Lord is coming. Jesus is going to come and get us out of here. Whenever I pray to God, I'm like, God, man, the world is falling apart. I mean, what should we be doing? Should we be stocking up? Should we be doing anything? I'm always double checking, with God, and God's like, no. I mean, He's always just saying, don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. So, he just keeps reaffirming that he's gonna get us safe and provide for our needs. That doesn't mean don't be wise, It doesn't mean don't prepare things, if not for you, then for those who are left behind. So whether God takes us up or we get taken out, or whether we have to stay through some of it, we should be prepared either way. But boy, I get that overwhelming peace, that peace that passes understanding. That's just unbelievable that God keeps giving. Hey, what's happening, Catman? So, guys, it's great to be with you. This is just a quick video. I just kind of want to give you some news updates and touch base with you. I'll be back tomorrow night, hopefully with a much stronger voice to be able to do our regular Wednesday night time together. Thank you for all of you who've been sending me different links and things. That's so helpful, especially when you're under the weather. It's hard to do a lot, but I have been working behind the scenes on this channel today, trying to take it up the next notch. I've been doing some other working on technical things behind the scenes. But I'm already losing my voice here, so I better get going. But I will definitely come back tomorrow. If there's anything, any great things you guys come across, send them my way, and I will definitely try to work them into the show as much as is appropriate to do so. So thanks, you guys. Love you. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best. And thanks so much for tuning in for just this short little update video. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for our regular fellowship time, as we get into the Word and as we look forward to the return of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Love you guys. Have a wonderful night.